All right, for this question, we get a little bit of a story, but it mostly doesn't matter. This is really just about reading a graph. What is the cost in dollars for the manufacturer to make 60 rings? Well, it's pretty much impossible to get this wrong. Obviously, there's a 60 on the x-axis, and we can go up and see that that 60 intersects the line right here. It's not 150, it's not 200. What's in between them? Well, hopefully you can think of it just mathematically as 175, but remember, there's multiple answer choices, or there's a limited number of answer choices, so 175 is the only thing that even makes sense. The only mistake that could happen here, that really can't happen on this version of the question, but could happen on others, is that you look at the wrong axis, right? So if we went to 60 on the y-axis, that might be somewhere right here, and we could go across and be like, oh, does that intersect a line? In this case, no, so there's no real way to mess that up, but knowing the SAT, they could easily, on a harder question, have done that. The reason I'm still talking is I just want to, I don't want this to become a YouTube short, first of all, but also just like anticipate where the potential errors are, and you're less likely to fall for those careless trap answer mistakes. The only thing that's maybe a little weird here is that they told us the units of the two axes, but then they didn't put those things on the graph itself. So that's something you might need to do. And of course, we can't draw on the graph on the actual test. We can make highlights in the question if we want, but even that's kind of hard to do in math. So really, this is something that you kind of just have to be able to see in your mind. So try to practice that way. Try to anticipate where the potential mistakes are. That way, even if you can't draw on the graph, you can still kind of, in your mind, draw where the lines need to go and where all the points are. And this is not the kind of thing you want to get wrong. So no matter what, reading a graph, don't confuse X and Y.